everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Tuesday. I know, kind of weird. August 26th. I do have company with me today. He usually comes in on a Wednesday, but I'm your host, Bree Cox
Why
Kennedy.
Is it weird that I'm here? How dare you? Thank you. I'm Michael Taylor.
I know.
Thanks for joining. Thanks for having me on a Tuesday.
I just got to give him a bad time.
As weird as it may be.
It's like tripping me up here.
We'll try to make things better for you. And we got a great show to do that with. We're going to talk to the folks from El Toro Water District. Director Kay Haven's going to be here talking about the 2024 Water Quality Report and how we pay for, how we get water here, the prices, things like that. And then later in the program, I'll be talking to Gary Russell. We're going to be talking about the PC Club information about Ting. They're going to have a thing coming up in September you're going to want to be a part of about integrating Ting into your home viewing and your internet services, as well as AI and how it's affecting us right here in the village. So there you go.
Yeah, that'll be super interesting. Can't wait to see that develop. But first, folks, we always want to keep you informed. And for those of you who love to play bocce, well, bocce courts are experiencing a very temporary closure just for a few days. Bocce courts will be closed beginning as of yesterday for resurfacing. While work is expected to take less than 2 weeks, the reopening date is set for Monday, September 8th, but allow for any unforeseen delays. Thank you for your patience while the improvements are being made.
Well, there are some other things to do outside, and we got some great weather for that, actually. Not so hot as we had it before. We're back to kind of normal average temperatures for this time of year. I'm liking it, as always. Today's only going to be about 82 degrees going to be your high. Once the morning clouds kind of burn off, we're going to get mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. And the same kind of pattern is going to stick with us most through the week, with the low clouds in the morning, burning off to afternoon sunshine, kind of a usual marine layer that we get this kind of year. But then look at Saturday. Hate to break to you, folks, but the heat is going to make a comeback for our weekend, 88 degrees. So if you want to go out and do fun things without too much heat, try this week, because this weekend's going to be a little bit warmer for us.
It's still hazy in the mornings, though. I'm excited to wake up to bright sunshine.
Okay.
I'm probably different than everybody else. Speaking of waking up, this morning's sunrise was at 6:21 a.m. Sunset will be at 7:23 p.m. This is a gorgeous sunset photo at Fort Bragg, just up north, some neighbors up north.
That's beautiful.
Sent in to us by Stephanie Casey. Thank you, Stephanie. If you'd like to send us your photos, we'd love to show them off. Please email those to us at lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Please send us your name, where that photo is taken from, and of course, in the horizontal format, please.
There you go. All right, let's talk meetings, and when we come back from that, we're going to be talking with El Toro Water District's very own Director, Kay Havens. Stay with us.
I want to save other lives as best as I can. Taking care of the heart during heart surgery ultimately takes care of the whole person. What's really amazing about Hoag is you have this system of institutes where we can group together physicians and practitioners who are all specialized in the same area, so nobody has to leave Orange County. Patients can stay here and get the highest quality of care.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru. Get your new Subaru here with complimentary maintenance included.
I would highly recommend Salus Home Care for their home care and or hospice services if that is something that you would require. They are kind, caring, and trusting individuals, and to this day they are family members of ours, and I would use them again if I had to. Without Salus, we would never ever have been able to make it through.
Call Salus and let us show you why we've been in business longer than any other home care company in South Orange County.
The Laguna Woods History Center has been capturing the legacy of our community since 1977. As a nonprofit dedicated to preserving today for tomorrow, we collect, conserve, and share the history of Laguna Woods Village, the city of Laguna Woods, and the surrounding Orange County region. Step into the past and connect with the present at your community archive. Visit us and find your place in history.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Joining me now from the El Toro Water District is Director Kay Havens. She's going to help us understand everything about our water, water quality, and I am super impressed with the stats. You will be too.
Good to
Hi,
see you,
Kay.
Bree.
Thank you for coming back.
Yes,
This
of course,
is, you know,
of course.
I've looked through all your materials, and this is exciting stuff.
Yes, every year we put out a water quality report, and this year we're coming and telling you a little bit about it. It can be a kind of overwhelming document. It's mailed to everybody at the beginning of the month, I think, last month. And so much information. So I'm going to try and keep it simple for people, and we'll just go from there.
I love it. Okay. Well, let's just start with, where does the water come from?
Now, this is a really important question. Thank you for asking it, because a lot of people think that our water comes from the Southern Sierra, because everybody's seen the movie Chinatown. But that water goes to Los Angeles. Our water comes from the State Water Project, which is subject to Bay Area politics. But the Northern California gets 3 to 4 times as much water as we do. And so the excess of that water comes down the State Water Project to help out the 19 million people in Southern California. Now, the rest of our water comes from the Colorado River Aqueduct, which originates in the Great Basin states and comes all the way down the Colorado River to the Hoover Dam and to us via the Colorado River Aqueduct. So they're 2 completely different kinds of water. It is water, but Colorado River is a little bit harder, and State Water Project water is a little bit softer. So they're often blended.
Are they?
Yes.
What a massive undertaking.
It is a massive and very expensive undertaking.
Thank you for these images, because I don't think that we quite understand.
And the truth is, most of the energy used is for pumping water. So it's very heavy. Water's very heavy. It takes a lot of infrastructure. You can see how strong those pipes have to be to contain it.
Yeah, and how many miles long are those
miles
pipes?
Long. Mm-hmm.
How long did that take to build?
Decades, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, many, many years.
And will we outgrow that soon?
Well, no, we're not going to outgrow it. Actually, people have been using less water, substantially less water, so the infrastructure will not need to be sized up. With a change in climate, what's going to need to be sized up are the reservoirs, because we're not going to be having as much storage in snow. So we're going to be having a lot more rainfall, a lot more flashy events. So that's why the State Water Project is so important, because when that Northern California gets a lot of rain, then it would be great when they have surpluses to send it our way.
Okay, wonderful. So in terms of the water quality report, any key takeaways you'd like to share with the viewers?
Well, it's mailed out every year, and it can be, like I said, it can be a little daunting because it's a lot of regulatory language. But what's important to know is that we meet or exceed all state and federal standards and have done so for decades. Our water is generally much more highly regulated than even bottled water. So our water is completely safe, very high quality. I drink it, I swim in it, I really just am very proud of our water quality. But this report can be found, it should have been mailed to everybody recently. A lot of people it's just too overwhelming to read. But it can also be found on the El Toro Water District website.
Oh, wonderful. So people can look it up there.
Yes.
Is there still a stigma with putting your glass under the kitchen faucet and just drinking the water directly?
No, and we'll be going into that, when we're talking about PFAS, because we do not have PFAS in our drinking water because it comes from surface water and not from groundwater.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to getting to that point in the conversation. What types of contaminants does El Toro Water District test for?
So we are constantly testing. We do tens of thousands of tests every year. We test for every contaminant that is kind of, even on the spectrum, so to speak. So we test for microbial, we test for inorganic, we test for pesticides and herbicides, we test for organic chemicals that can come from all sorts of sources, and radioactive sources that come from the soil. And from a lot of these things can come from the environment. When water hits soil, all kinds of things are able to be taken up naturally. And they aren't necessarily bad, but people need to know how much of them there are. So total dissolved solids, whether there's any salts. Like I said, the Colorado River tends to be a little harder. The State Water Project water tends to be a little softer.
So, Kate, when contaminants are found,
Yes.
what is the immediate reaction?
Well, most of the time they're not found because the water has been treated to such a high standard before the testing takes place. So they don't do generally a pre-test, they just do a post-test after filtration. Now, Laguna Woods Village, our water is very high quality because it comes from two sources, Metropolitan Water District, and they do their filtration at the Deemer filtration plant for the water that comes to us. And we also are part of a consortium that is able to get water from the Baker filtration plant, which is a state-of-the-art filtration plant that was just finished within the last 5 years to the tune of $10 million. It's right up in Lake Forest. It's close by, and it uses reverse osmosis filtration, very high-powered ultraviolet disinfection, and the water that comes from it is very good. So we're very proud of that water.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Water quality matters, right?
Yeah, and it does. It matters to everybody. And it matters to us as a water district. It is our #1 priority. And we take it very seriously every day. All of our staff members, when they're out in the field, are looking for any kind of problems. And we hope that, we rarely find them, but we attend to things, keep things maintained so that we don't have problems. So our valves are regularly maintained. All of our own disinfection systems are constantly monitored. As I said, we do tons of sampling. We have 70 sampling sites throughout the district, and we run 12,000 water quality tests annually.
Wow.
Just for these weekly tests to check our chlorine levels throughout the system. Chlorine is what makes sure that there is no bacteria in the lines. So that is very important. You will never be able to get rid of chlorine in the lines. Otherwise, you would never know whether your water was safe. We also test for nitrites, which they generally come more from the State Water Project than from the Colorado River. And we make sure that those levels are kept low. And any coliform bacteria, which is, as you can see by the microbiological monitoring, knock on wood, we have not had any tests that have had bacteria for years. So that proves that our vigilance is working.
Fantastic.
And we would absolutely go crazy if we did have any kind of bacteria. So,
and that would probably come from the soil, right?
no, it would have to come from some kind of some kind of a broken line.
Wow.
So
How many employees does the El Toro Water District have?
we have 61. We run lean because it's,
I would have thought it was
Yes, we
a
have
lot
61
more.
employees, especially for our 3 different service areas, because we do drinking water, we do sewage, and we do recycled water. So we're very busy.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of very, very busy, there's no forever chemicals found.
Isn't this great news?
This
We just need to make this point. that because we aren't coming out of the groundwater table where most of the contamination of PFAS is taking place, PFAS that gets into the groundwater table has often come from like the firefighting foams and from some probably illegal dumping in the past. But since we're not on the water basin, we don't have to worry about it. And the water has been tested, but there is no PFAS in it. So we're very happy with that fact. Although I must say that the Orange County Basin got on it as soon as they found out, and that most of their wells have been put back into action. They've spent billions of dollars making sure that PFAS is not in that water basin. So we can all be very proud of the water districts in Orange County. Yeah,
absolutely. And not only that, Kay, but definitely peace of mind.
Definitely peace of mind. Yes, this is our health, our children's health, our parents' health, our animals' health. Mm-hmm. So it is a very important factor in, what we do.
Well, and there's not a lot that citizens can do directly in terms of water, but they certainly can reduce their exposure to PFAS by not using nonstick pans, waterproof coating, stain-resistant fabrics.
Yes.
There's other ways that they can protect
Actually,
themselves.
the concern is the PFAS that comes out of humans' bodies. So when it will be in the sewage. So we do have to be careful about what's coming out of the people.
Interesting.
Because people are exposed to it. So no Teflon pans, people, please.
All right. With that, folks, no Teflon pans.
But our water is, excuse me, fantastic, and I'll be going and swimming in it in just a little while.
All right. Well, you do that. Thank you so much for joining me
You're
today.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Bree.
You're watching This Day on Village TV. Coming up next, PC Club. Michael will be back with you.
Here in Laguna Woods, we know every drop of water matters. That's why Eco Wash SoCal comes to you. No noise, no mess. Just 16 to 32 ounces of water and 100% natural products. We clean your car while you enjoy golf, tennis, or pickleball. Safe, silent, and sustainable. The smarter way to care for your car. Eco Wash SoCal. Delivered to your door. Visit EcoWashAmerica.com or call today. 786-984-2811.
You've got mail.
Computing isn't what it used to be. And the future? It's evolving faster than ever. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
It's impossible to avoid them. We're all on our computers, but do we all know exactly what we're doing there and how we can maximize our efficiencies on them? Well, I'm going to talk to Gary Russell from the PC Club, and he's going to help us get there, right?
Right.
Welcome to the program. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about the PC Club and the origins of it and the mission.
Yes, we are focused on merging technology and educating the public, both in basic computer use and skills, but also tacking on what's coming at us, right? Skating to the puck, as a matter of fact. So that's why we are now doing more things in AI, and of course the big one being the transition on broadband with Ting, and helping the community to understand what's going to be happening in that, and how it's going to be happening, how it's going to impact them, and how to make the most out of it.
Okay, and some of the basic things you have the Learning Center, you guys do that, you do PC Workshop, and of course, every year you guys do the free text program you guys offer.
Yeah,
right?
it's a nice triad, really. And so the Learning Center is a real state-of-the-art classroom where you can learn about a myriad of subjects, and then you can get practice over in the workshop. And so you can bring your laptop in, or you can just use one of our computers.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of the emerging technologies and trends. You have an AI 101 class, right?
We do, and a 201 and soon to be a 301. I think, most folks have heard of ChatGPT.
Right.
They may or may not be using it today, but it's really game changing. And on top of that, there are a myriad of other AI bots coming along, and they specialize. So they can be used for special things like health or history or research or music or writing poetry or writing blogs. And so we're doing our best to try to give examples in each one. We have a class coming up where in the morning it's basic, AI, here's what AI is, and then there's hands-on ChatGPT in the afternoon.
Okay.
And we'll do our best to tack on subjects, but it is a very fast-paced, dynamic subject.
Okay. Now, I mean, like most people, they just kind of plug in a prompt, what is this? And ChatGPT spits out their answer. What have you seen or what have you been doing that's kind of taking like those next steps? Here's where you can really help people here in the village do A, B, or C, or they can really incorporate ChatGPT or AI into something in their lives.
Yeah, the way I like to think about it is sort of there's two parts to an AI engine. One is the raw search that goes out to the web and gets the latest and greatest information. The other part is how you interact with it, which is the front end of it, which is what's called the natural language. And that's where it gives you prompt, it gives you an answer back, then you dive deeper and you say, well, okay, give me 5 reasons why I should do something, or 5 recipes, or 5, blogs, and then say, okay, I like number 3 and 4. Let's drill down into that. And it'll work with you on that. And then you can come back and it can do a search again. So you can go deep or you can go wide.
Okay, so you can get all sorts of, really kind of drill it down into those specific areas that you're most interested in, whatever that topic might be.
Exactly, and I recommend people experiment with it. Try things and see how it feels to you, and then branch off from there.
You guys have a wide assortment of classes. Some of the highlights you have on here, obviously we just talked about the ChatGPT classes, but also home networks, broadband streaming, and converting from Comline to Gmail. I don't know what Comline is.
Yeah, I didn't either. I did not either. So this is part of West Coast Internet's package that includes email addresses.
Oh, okay.
And some people have them.
Oh, so they got them when they first opted into the whole system.
Right.
Okay.
And since we're going to Ting, we're going to be encouraging everybody to get a Gmail address.
Okay.
Because then you can use the voice-activated remote control, which is real cool, kind of talk into it. And I'm going to be teaching a class on setting up a free Gmail account, which also gives you storage space and a calendar, as it turns out. And then we have another class that will kind of dive deeper on how to make the most of that once you have it. So that's a conversion. We're getting some questions about that, and we wanted to kind of set it straight on how that works.
That makes sense. Talk a little about registering for a class. I have to be kind of computer savvy to register for my computer savviness class, right?
Not so much. So on our website, there's a button that right on the pcclub.org, there's a button in the upper right corner that says register for a class. And if you click that button, it'll take you to all the classes that are coming up.
Okay.
You can scan for something that interests you now to the end of the year, and then submit. And if you'd like some help doing that, we offer the help in the workshop itself on the 3rd floor just down the hall here.
Okay.
And they'll help you get registered if you'd like.
Make that happen. Let's talk about this conversion to Ting and how, you probably are excited about that. Get big broadband internet, a lot more faster, more robust system they're going to be using here, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know any other place that's going to have the speeds that we're going to have in this community. I mean, this is just terrific. And it's going to be an integrated package with the DirecTV and stuff. So it's really going to be a benefit to our community. It's future-proof, and we're doing our best to make it seamless and as easy during the transition as possible. But it's going to be a great experience for our members.
And people can sign up for a class on that one. It's called Home Networks and Streaming, right? And that's going to be talking about the whole conversion and all the things that are going to happen.
Right. We start out talking about networks a little, but we're going to diminish that and talk more about Ting and broadband and what it means for you.
Okay. And speaking of that, you guys are having a special meeting on September 9th. Tell us about that. Paul Ortiz from Right Here Broadband Services is going to be there speaking.
Paul and I are tag teaming this one. It's coming up on Tuesday, Clubhouse 7, 4:30. And Paul's going to be giving a brief update on where we are in the rollout. And then I'll be talking about the ambassador program and the PC Club's kind of contribution or involvement in all this. And how we'll be there to help folks along the way and answer questions and teach them what they need to know.
What do you think some of the biggest challenges are going to be in this conversion for people to adopt and get on board with?
I think change, right? People are used to what they have now, whether it's our current broadband TV and their favorite set-top box and how to record. You know, the word record is kind of going to be old school now.
I know, right?
You don't record things.
Like I taped it.
Yeah, I taped it, right? Did you tape it? Things are just on demand, you know, with virtually no limit. And I think that's just a matter of getting comfortable and telling folks, look, this is going to be maybe a little different for you, but it's going to be pretty easy to use. And you're going to have incredible diversity and variety in your programming content.
All right, folks, so if you want to learn more, go out to the September 9th meeting over at Clubhouse 7, 4:30 with Paul Ortiz and our guest today, Gary Russell from the PC Club. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here. Thank you.
All right, folks, you're watching This Day. Bree and I will be back in just a minute.
He walked down the pitch-black hallway, the kind that swallows every whisper.
Computing isn't what it used to be. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. We follow the mantra, when family can't be there, we can. We started our business almost 30 years ago because we realized that seniors in these situations still need loving care. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
We were just looking at these great movies that we're going to have on Monday because we're not going to be here Monday for Labor Day.
I just found out that no This Day on Monday.
Bree gets to
September
sleep
1st.
in.
Yeah, talk to the kiddies about that.
So our movies on that day at noon, we're going to have American Underdog. It's a great story of Kurt Warner's rise into the NFL. And then we have Wonder at 9 a.m. Oh, so yeah, I'm going the wrong order here. 9 a.m. first, Wonder. Then we have the Kurt Warner story, American Underdog. And then Jacaranda Tree, the California Gold special with Huell Hauser. Love Huell. Love Huell.
Wow.
Love me some Huell.
Blast from the past, isn't it? Tomorrow on This Day, we have Home Helpers and Deluxe Nightclub. Kind of opposite ends of the spectrum again.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of fun. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of This Day. From all of us here.
Me too.
We wish yours a beautiful one. See you tomorrow.